you cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Day 29, almost 30 days in a row. I first have to do a little bit work, Photoshop work. I just show you a little bit the office. Everything always fits in the bag. Tripod, and this is one of the things that was included in the ring lights, and everything can be folded and stuck in my bag. Mouse, and this is my office for now, and I need to do this first before I can actually train here in the Rakowski Stadium. So I'm gonna show you a little bit around, and then I'm good. I think I need 1 hour to do the photoshopping thing, and then we start a training session, calisthenics, little bit running, maybe 3 kilometers, maybe, but calisthenics 100% yes. Oh yeah, no, I'm not getting into other topics now. I just want to show you a little bit again the Rakowski Stadium. It's beautiful weather, not a single cloud in the sky. It's beautiful, and I'm sitting over here a little bit sunbathing, working, and oh yeah, upload yesterday's video, and that's it. Ciao for now. Beautiful weather. I was sitting over there setting up office. As you can see, it's not the most, it's not Dubai, it's not Malta or Sicily, but you can do it from everywhere, and that's my purpose with these videos. I want to show you that's possible. You know, in the first place I want to show you the freedom that it's possible. I'm fucking 46, you know, an old fart like me. Until I was 45 I used a laptop. Now maybe 44, but you know, I figured it out. And also using AI and make .com automation, you know, that is, and cold emailing and a lot of other automated stuff. But you don't get overwhelmed by what I'm saying or discouraged. It is possible for you, and especially, you know, when you know, I made today an Instagram post. You know, how much time do you spend on mindless scrolling? And if you let's be very, you don't have to tell me or tell yourself. Yeah, tell yourself. How many hours do you spend per day on mindless scrolling? What if, let's say you do 3 hours of mindless scrolling, looking at other people, their content, share, comment, in the hope that somebody likes your comment, and you get a little bit this euphoria of happiness. But those things are short, and then you have to deep dive again in your normal 9 to 5, or you're stuck to your business where you slave away, you know. And this is also, you know, I made a lot of mistakes, but I also did a lot of things very well. And because of my bold behavior, I did very, very well in specific time periods. But I messed up simply by managing people and judging people. I was always following, let's assume that they mean well, let's assume that they do have the skills that they say, let's assume that they have the discipline to continue when there's problems, let's assume. And when I mention those red flags, it's not about telling how bad people they are or how bad people are, not at all. The thing is, if you want to develop, and especially if you're a little bit more than the average, let's say, quote-unquote business owner who likes to walk around in a suit, tells everybody he has a banner next to the road, and that's fucking it, and still slaves away, you're not a business owner. You're self-employed. You bought yourself a job. And the fact that I'm saying this is, again, not to disrespect to people who try something, but you don't have the knowledge, you haven't seen like what I'm showing you. I now did some quick photoshopping for some ticket sales things that I'm involved in, you know, in Malta. The thing is, everything is communication, and maybe that's because I'm a little bit older and from the time, and that we had to roll the phone like this, 1, 2, and you get the point. And in my time, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I lived in Holland for 30 years, but I think in my time there were still 8 numbers. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was something like this. There was something with the numbers, and we knew all the numbers out of our head. And like I said also before, when we were 10, we had to pay a quarter per minute if we want to call friends or call people, and then you have to ask, are you there at 6 o'clock? No, he's not at home, he's not at the business. I will call back. And you know what, people were way much more punctual. But, and I'm mentioning this because I'm every day still amazed how many people you can reach. I'm gonna tell you something about my vlogging, how I'm actually how I see it. For me, it's first of all, I'm showing my journey, a part of my journey to you guys, showing that it's possible to run everything from the phone. But also, for me, the internet is nothing more or less than an extended communication tool on steroids. And that's why I mentioned also that we from the time like this and this. That's why I also not really into the new gadget. Am I just an old fart who is not getting along with the technology? No, that's not really the point. For me, if it works for what I want, it's good enough. I don't have to show other people that I have the latest Apple and sit in Starbucks and tell other people how great I am about fast processors and everything, that I purchased this one and then next month there's another one. No, for me it needs to work. The same with this camera. It's the GoPro Session 4. I bought it probably at the cheapest price possible from a pawn shop. I just saw it and I thought, yeah, this is it. I also only buy stuff when it's really necessary. Does it contribute to a better life? Does it contribute to other people, their lives? And I do believe somehow that this vlogging journey might inspire at one point a lot of other people. And like I said, I just started this 28 days ago. No, it's already to now 29, day 29. Tomorrow 30 days in a row. And yeah, I actually went through other YouTube channels that I had, because starting this journey was for me not easy, not at all, because I had to think about my speech more and more. In the meantime, I need to master the editing, quote-unquote mastering. I'm far from good, and I'm just very transparent about this whole journey. And I'm not afraid to fail. I failed publicly when I was 30. I lost fucking everything, and ending up in newspapers, multiple times. Not also on the internet, made ridiculous. So is this the worst thing that can happen for me if I fail with this YouTube journey? No, not really. Would I feel bad about it? Maybe a few seconds. Will I move on faster? Did I learn a lot from it? Yes, definitely. So there is no there are no negative side effects. And when I also said, I went through older YouTube channels because I didn't have the balls yet to make it public, because I went through those this night, and that was in a period that I was also again in a very on the bottom period. I journaled everything, so I only need to publish it. So that's also going to be very exciting stuff. Also, that I even prepare for the court case in Malta. Ridiculous! I got falsely accused over there, and this is something, and I'm not going to reveal everything, because anyway. So what happened when special agent lied about my actions in court, and while the judge, try to think what I'm saying, you know, I'm also really against I hate people who lie, but if you do it good. But you know what, the judge asked him, can you point Dahlan who did this and this? And he just pointed, and he didn't look at me. He just pointed his finger like this. And I was delivered to the fucking hyenas. My lawyer actually just walked away because he thought this guy is going to be so lynched over here. And that was me. I got lynched. And I already lost pretty much everything again. And you know, that period I filmed over 700 videos, probably even more. I didn't check good, but over 700 videos at least. I got videos that I cried once, that I had to sell my golden ring for my father, and a very tiny necklace of my mother just to eat, because I didn't eat for, at that point, 4 days. Really could not hold it anymore. Very embarrassing moment. Anyway, now that I finished my work over there in the office, by the way, did you already subscribe, follow, and hit the bell? And if you didn't, please help me out, people, and try to get a little bit inspired maybe from the stuff that I'm sharing, because everybody has the phone, everybody has somehow some sort of access to the internet. I got a lot of stories also to tell, how I actually discovered things to make things work using the internet. Took me a long time, long time, people, and I can save you that time to figure it out. And now I'm the living proof that I can do everything from the phone. I'm not going home working on a laptop. You know, there are so many negative things about using a laptop. You know, first of all, you have to be careful with your bag. With the phone also, but I use now a hard case so I can smack around my back if necessary, or it ends up in the water or whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as there's internet I can keep doing what I'm doing. And yes, I need my GoPro, but the GoPro is rugged and waterproof up till 5 meters, which is also insane, people. Everything is freaking insane. And we're gonna train a little bit and release some and clear up the mind, because I already have a long day behind me. From I think 5 o'clock this morning I start editing, thinking about the stuff that I want to share, and also getting more to the point, how I can also make my purpose very clear to the people who watch, like you, behind the laptop, the Android, iPhone, Xiaomi, whatever. Yeah, Android is Xiaomi. Yeah. Anyway, you understand what I mean. So let's get into it. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna start shooting some TikTok videos. That's why I'm also catching a little bit tan. Yeah, you know, the eye also wants a little bit something, right? When it's about the eye wants something, you know, I'm not against going or compete with all those guys who do all the food correctly, you know, the counting, the powders, and I just eat meat, salads, drink beer. And this is also another thing that I want for the normal people. Spend 45 minutes a day, up to 1 hour per day on the stuff that you need to do, like exercises. Be consistent. I'm sharing my training sheet publicly, not always updating that one, I'm very honest about that. But you can see, you just follow it, choose your rhythm, contact me, DM me, ask me how would I start. I don't know any how to start. Just DM me. My WhatsApp is in the description down below. I'm not having hidden sales talks, unless you want me to come and slaughter you for 30 days and you will be in great shape. Yes, then you pay for my real time. But first, try to get the ball rolling, people. I'm showing you that it's possible. I'm fucking 46. This year I will be 47. And yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed, I think, and I have to get into the training thing to clean up my head and move forward, always move forward no matter what happens. And the period that I'm in now, I'm wrestling with multiple countries, and let's see how that's gonna end up. And if you're in some kind of very hard, let's say, conditions, situations, and trust me, I lived a colorful life, also don't hold back, just ask me, what would you do? I've been in many situations, very cruel, dark, where you would think, nah, yeah, this is the end. I recorded a video that I said, yeah, I was totally at the end, you know. There is not somebody else who's waiting for me on the other end of the phone. If I would die, who cares? Nobody cares. So I've been in many dark places in my head, but also physically. False accused, arrested, dragged out of cars by special forces. I'm just, whoa, holy moly! I'm just saying, did you hear that? Jesus Christ, fucking bomb. Oh, well, as long as the internet keeps on working. Holy shit! Did you hear that? Maybe I don't know what. Something dropped out of somebody's nose. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. Think about what I said. Think about your own actions. How many time do you spend? And by the way, skip all the other social media. Just watch my videos. Okay, ciao for now. Ask me, how do you talk with all those people? See, I just helped the guy a little bit. So then all of a sudden I'm busy over here on the field. He is replacing the Peace. Malko video on YouTube. Da. Da, dobre?
Keine Problem, da.
Okay, da. Da, merci. So, da. So, hoppa. From here, and then he places it all over the field. Beautiful, right? Yes. Oh. Anyway, and over there's so many other people I can talk to, but I don't want to. I need to shoot a video. Да.
Да, така зарез. Благодарение на my friend Холандия.
Да.
Благодарение на my friend Холандия. Alles zusammen.
Да.
Good.
Да.
Alles good.
Да.
Айде.
Всичко добре.
Всичко ще бъде добре.
Да.
Айде.
Here, I'm gonna tell you something. I meet a lot of people. I also start talking, or I always talk to everybody, but you know, people who do normal work and that nobody else actually pays attention to. The people who do every day wiping the streets, you know, I talk to them. I saw this guy, you know, working on the field. You know, people who work on the road, I talk with them. You know, I always ask what are they doing and not how they're doing, and because everybody is doing good, right, or bad. I explained this yesterday, so if you didn't watch the video yesterday, watch it. Ask people what they're doing, and you run into incredibly nice conversation. Because this man, he actually asked another Bulgarian person, because my Bulgarian is obviously not 100% yet, but he asked another person to translate something, and he blessed me and he said, "You made me think." That's what he said. Beautiful. Anyway, he also wanted to drink beer with me, but, and this is the thing, when I train, I even also, at that point I thought, yeah, you know, but I will see the guy more often. By the way, if you come to this stadium and you see this man, just say hello. He likes to talk. he's open for people, let's say it like this. So look at this, people. All those people, where are they going? They all have some sort of purpose, goal, and maybe they're in some kind of rat race, mentally preparing every day for the traffic jam. Anyway, I'm not over here to talk depressed or whatever, or make you feel bad about it while you're doing this every day. Respect for that also, because I could not do that. I would go totally freakishly insane. Okay, that's it. We move. By the way, again, if you come to the Dotcom Stadium, you see this man working on the field. Praise him a little bit. And by the way, people who do the normal kind of jobs like wiping the streets, you know, give them a cup of coffee. And you know what? Some people now think, yeah, but they're not gonna accept it from me. The first one was angry. You know what? Life is a numbers game. The first one that I offered coffee, they also looked very weird at me. So what? Maybe they had a bad day, broke up with their spouse or whatever. You never know what's going on, right? But now most of those people also they do recognize me. So think about it, take it, leave it, subscribe, help me out. Ciao for now. If you get, wait a minute, if you get any value of my videos, do me a favor and just start observing the people that you interact with, the world, your inner world over here, your mind, the world around you, and really open your eyes, because there are so many people that you could actually communicate with, and a lot of people miss out. But again, if you just want to be, you know, away from the world and complain about everything, yeah, then keep your eyes closed. But if you want to actually feel that every day is a freaking adventure, open your eyes, people, and also really evaluate the conversation that you have with your so-called inner circle, your strong inner circle. Put them to the test. Really put them to the test. Really put them to the test. Your spouse, everything, fabricate situations, see if they really fit your needs, fit your desires, that they will fit and actually move you faster towards your goal. And open your eyes and be genuinely kind and authentically interested in other people, and every day is a freaking adventure. For me it is, and that's also one of the reasons I don't want to go to sleep until I finally crash. 2 days ago I crashed, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't even remember. It's not important. It's also not important for you. Nothing what is negative is not important to share. The thing is, what I am sharing is my current perspective on the mistakes that I made, so you don't make the same mistakes. For example, if people tell you not to use drugs and they never use drugs, the thing is, they got nothing to bring to the table. Nothing. They only tell you not to do something. Explain why, and also mention a couple of situations what actually could happen if they would continue. And also when you do it a little bit more than an average person, which I always trust me. I'm going to talk a little bit about my cocaine users. You know, I explained before, it is always 50-50 with amphetamines, just cut it up. But the thing is, I also did it also sometimes so over the top that it actually made me incredibly paranoid. Stayed awake for, let's say, at least, I'm not gonna exaggerate, but I'm only gonna mention the 3 days thing. I was at one point so paranoid, I was like this with my hand sliding down the wall to turn off the light in the fucking kitchen. Yeah, embarrassing, waste of time, totally wasted of time. The people from that time were also totally not interested in making things better. I was always doing developing businesses, projects and everything. But I really regret, no, I don't regret, if you're the kind of person who is into doing business and setting up projects, try to do things good, you know, just keep your circle clean from people who are actually having the 9 to 5 mindset. I made that mistake. I just kept hanging around with the people. Those people have different perspectives. They got so-called things to lose. If I do this, then I get fired. If I do this, then I won't have any more my girl or whatever. You know, the normal people thinking, very tight thinking that everything can be lost and never can be retrieved again. Think about what I'm saying. Everything is a numbers game, people. And of course, you feel a little bit in love. You know, at one point it becomes a normality, an attachment. You become attached to each other. And I've been multiple also longer relationships, but also, you know, like I said, the dating, the hang around, and also I even have normal female friends. And I got a lot of, I call them friends because females can never become bonds. You know, bonds are the people for me who walk to the 10,000 extra miles when necessary, when things go bananas. Friends are just people. They will give you a shoulder knock when you're doing bad. Anyway, think about what I'm saying. Do me this favor, people. Just give a little bit attention to the people around you who actually contribute actually to a country. You know, keep the streets clean, whatever. Pay a little bit attention. I'm doing it a lot, and especially around Christmas I get hammered with the homeless people, but that is a whole different story. This year I went totally hammered. At that time I was not vlogging, and I also didn't record. Oh yeah, that is another thing. I would never put anybody on the camera before asking, and especially not people that say in penible, I don't even know if that's a word, but in not such a good conditions, just to let the world show, you know, look how bad he is, or in a bad condition. Because to be very honest, I understand those people help, but yesterday I also watched a video. He came with a watermelon, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and he put the man on the camera. Anyway, for me that is totally not something. And by the way, when I lost everything in Malta at one point, also young people, they asked me, can we give you 25 fucking euros? 25 euros. And yeah, of course I could fucking use it, but the thing is, 25 euros, and then they put your fucking face on the camera. For 25 euros, they take another person's dignity, right? I didn't do it, of course, because I prefer to starve to death than actually accepting money from that kind of YouTubers, vloggers. Anyway, another thing. No, let's keep it over here. Look around, observe your conversations, evaluate your own actions. Preferably, of course, start tracking them, but that's a level higher. I track everything. But also be careful. Be very careful, people who you let into your circle. And I could say I'm very experienced now when it's about who letting in and who not letting, who don't let in. But yeah, that is a people skill that I really developed over the years in my colorful life, and I want to share this with you. Next to that, we're gonna make a move. Ciao for now. I'm gonna say this like always. I think it's always good to talk with people around you, and now I walked in this very nice young man, and we did a good talk, I think, so far. And the thing is, I'm already sitting over here for how long? 1 hour?
More than an hour.
More than an hour. And I only went to the fucking supermarket and I did a little thing, the mini mart. And this is how life can work. You run into fucking people. And And there's a nice young guy. What is your name? Can you say?
Ivan.
Ivan?
Ivan.
Dan. No. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet
Dan.
you.
And it's not the kind of thing where I always say, you know, whether you're giving homeless people fucking money. No, that is something that I'm totally against to. You don't have to put it on camera. But anyway, I want to share this moment again. And people, keep your fucking eyes open and start engaging with the world. Engaging with the world is a beautiful thing, and you can run into situations like this. I'm sitting over here already for 1.5 hours. Anyway, I want to say this. Ciao for now.